Dan Zarella over at HubSpot studied tens of thousands of tweets and found that the tweets with URLs in them between 120 and 130 characters long received up to 4 times as many retweets as those between 50 and 80 characters long, which had the lowest number of retweets and click-through rate. If you're trying to keep your tweet in that sweet spot of between 120 and 130 characters, you can go to bit.ly.com, bitly.com. You paste your long link in there and it shortens it up for you. The same study by Dan Zarella found that tweets posted after 2 p.m., but not during dinner time, say between 6 and 7, towards the end of the week, between, say, Thursday and Sunday, using the words please help, please retweet, or please anything, using 2 or fewer hashtags tended to be retweeted the most, 15 times as much as non-retweet posts. These also had the highest click-through rates. Moreover, retweets were higher between 8 and 9 in the morning when people are in traffic or checking their social media or email accounts before work. And one last note here, asking for a retweet using the actual word retweet instead of the letters RT like a lot of people do boosts sharing, meaning you're going to get more retweets from actually spelling out the word than just putting in the letters. Twitter did its own study of more than 2 million tweets and found that posts with photos were retweeted the most, followed by tweets with videos and then quotes. And this is good because in November of 2013, Twitter increased the size of its images and made them expandable, which is going to help keep people on your Twitter page longer since they won't have to leave it to see certain types of posts. And finally, a study by Tom Tungas on reposting the same content at a different date. He found that it resulted in about 75% as many retweets as he got from the first post. So don't be afraid to repost successful content for even more shares, and you can do this more than once too. And I would recommend, though, changing up the image and the title a little and making it look like a new tweet. And the reason it continues to get retweets the second or even the third time you post it, even though it's the same material, is because some people weren't following you when you posted the first time. Some people might be in different time zones. Some people missed it. Maybe some people wanted to share it, but they got distracted or they didn't think of it the first time. And this is a pretty underutilized strategy. I think most people tend to just tweet and then move on to something else, but you should definitely take advantage of this. You know, all of these statistics and strategies are great as a starting point, but they're not going to be for every blog or every company. You want to pay attention to your analytics and figure out what times of the day, what type of content, and what strategies work best for you and your business. And you can do that fairly easily by signing up for a service called Buffer. And this is at bufferapp.com, B-U-F-F-E-R, app.com. And this is a free service that gives you the ability to handle all of your social media accounts from one spot. And it also gives you statistics for each site. So once you've signed up for Buffer, you can tweet any pic just by right-clicking it and choosing Buffer this image. You can also set up Buffer to schedule all of your posts for you so you don't have to remember to post at certain times of the day. And remember, don't be afraid to have Buffer send out several tweets per day because the life of a tweet is rather short, something like 30 to 45 seconds. And make sure to mix up the type of content that you're sending out, linking to, tweeting, and then use Buffer to see which type of tweet gets the most favorites, the most retweets, and the most clicks.